This week on Country Music Junkies, I am so pleased to be joined by Sarnia, Ontario native Eric Ethridge. Eric, how you doing?
Patrice, so good. Thank you for having me.
Really pumped to be talking with you. I am so glad that you were able to squeeze some time into your schedule to chat with us. I know that things are incredibly busy promoting your new single and doing everything with the CCMA Discovery Program and everything like that. I can only imagine. Are you, what's your poison? Coffee or what are you doing? Energy drinks? How are you staying awake?
So funny you asked that. I drink way too much coffee. You're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head there.
You got to get through it somehow. So let's talk about your debut single, Liquor's Calling the Shots. An amazing tune. I love it. It's super catchy, and it's one of those songs you listen to and you just have it stuck in your head all day, which is awesome. Talk to us about kind of how that song sort of came to be.
Well, thank you, first of all. That's so nice of you to say. And I really appreciate your guys' support over the past couple years here, so it's awesome being able to talk to you about my first single.
Yeah.
So Liquor's Calling the Shots is, after I had won the CCMA Discovery Program, I flew down to LA to work with a producer named Brian Howes. And Brian he's known because he's worked with big rock acts like Nickelback, Headley, Hinder, Chris Daughtry, and so it was pretty insane to be recording in his studio.
Absolutely.
And he's never done country before, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to work with him. For most of the things that we've done, we try to step outside the box, right? I want to be different. I want to be current, and I want to present something different. Hopefully something that people haven't heard before. So actually, it was Brian's idea. He came up with the title "Liquor's Calling the Shots," and I was like, "Oh man, that's such a country title." Like, how has this not been written before?
It's so true.
We immediately went to work, but it was tough. It was actually, this one was a challenge. We spent a bunch of time on it, and when I write songs, the way I approach them and how I like to write is I don't just try and write a song for the sake of writing a song or use lines just because that's what we should do here. Or what I try to do is I want to show or display a feeling in a song. I want to create a feeling or an emotion in the song, and this song kind of goes back to a time in my life. I had just gone through a bad breakup, and people tend to deal with breakups in various ways, and this song is about sort of how I at that time dealt with the breakup. And so Liquor's Calling the Shots. Sometimes people try to escape feelings, right, of maybe their negative feelings or feelings of sadness or whatnot, and so that's really what this song is about. So I don't do that anymore, but I think is one way that writers kind of show themselves to the world, right?
Absolutely. Songwriting is a very vulnerable sort of situation, particularly if you're writing about something that hits home so deeply to you. So that's super cool that it is something that is actually an authentic storyline. Now, that being said, it's not a sad song. It doesn't sound, it's super upbeat and really fun and stuff like that. So it's cool that you've turned something sort of sad and upsetting into something really cool and really fun. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it. We've all gone through breakups before. So really, really cool tune. Fans, you definitely need to check it out. Now, you mentioned the CCMA Discovery Program. You were the 2016 winner in London, Ontario. That was super cool to see, and I know there were some incredible contenders for that award. But for people who maybe aren't familiar with the CCMA Discovery Program, can you kind of explain it a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So the CCMA Discovery Program has been going on for a few years now, and there's been some notable acts come out of it, actually. So Jason Benoit was part of the Discovery Program out east. Wes Mack, who, by the way, is in the new Power Rangers movie, and I'm so excited to see it.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, I know. He's the bully, which is funny because Wes Mack is like the nicest person in Canada.
Awesome.
So he's such an awesome guy, but he's also a great actor, so he can really pull off the bully role.
There you go.
And anyway, so what they do essentially is every year they'll make out a call for acts from all over the country, and they narrow it down to 6 acts. and I was fortunate enough to be selected among the top 6 acts in the country last year, and so they treat you like celebrities. It's actually, it was unbelievable. I had no idea what to expect going into this, but they fly you down to Toronto, they put you up in a hotel, and for a week they basically put you through what I call a music industry boot camp, and it's not like strenuous really in any way. It's just more, they teach you everything about the Canadian music industry. They introduce you to the record labels. They took us to Facebook. They took us to Twitter. We got performance coaching from one of the best performance coaches in Nashville. We got vocal coaching from Tamara Beatty, who's on NBC's The Voice. It was an awesome opportunity.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I didn't even know it existed, really. And it was through my manager was like, we should look into this. And I was like, okay, well, we applied for it. And I was shocked to be in the top 6, right? And so it's actually quite a long process. So I think we started in April of 2016, and then CCMA week, which is in September, is the showdown. Well, I call it the showdown anyways, but there's a whole bunch of like facets to this program where they have industry people from all over Canada deciding on who's going to be the winner of this, and the majority of the scoring goes from the performance aspect. So in CCMA week, there is a showdown between all the artists, and we got to play 3 songs, and all the judges were there. We didn't know who the judges were; they were secret judges. But
okay,
yeah. So then on the night of the CCMA Awards, that's when they announced the winner. So it's quite the experience.
That is so
I was
cool.
I was shocked.
Well, congratulations again on winning that. That is super cool, and we're super excited about what's to come for you. Obviously, the debut single, Liquor's Calling the Shots, is amazing start, and I hear that you have debut EP slated for later this year. So do you have any details that you can kind of tell us about that, or anything you can kind of tease at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. Well, in regards to the EP, that's the next major goal. But in the meantime, we'll be releasing more singles as well. So this is just the first of several songs, and I have a bunch of songs right now that I would love to just release tomorrow, but we're gonna take it slow. So I'm hoping midsummer, in and around midsummer, I'd like to release number 2, and then kind of build as we go.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you. Again, fans, be sure to check out Liquor's Calling the Shots, the debut single from Eric Ethridge. Now, Eric, you've had the opportunity already in your career to share the stage with some pretty incredible acts: Brett Kissel, Eric Church, Thomas Rhett, so many more. Are there any kind of takeaways that you've learned from these amazing artists?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that you can learn from everyone, especially in the music industry, even if it's somebody that you don't particularly like as an artist or you don't connect with, or maybe some artists might perceive them as not as experienced. You can still learn stuff from everybody, in my opinion. But I definitely look at the major artists, the really successful acts, that try to be a sponge and absorb as much as I can. And when I opened for the Brothers Osborne, I heard a really cool story. When I was talking with TJ Osborne, and they tour a lot with Eric Church, and and I heard cool stories about Eric Church, but Eric Church built this multi-million-dollar stage, and when they tour with them, some acts won't let openers use their stage, or use all parts of the stage, or use the lights that the headliner has. But Eric Church is the opposite. He spent all this money on this massive stage, and he said to TJ and John Osborne, I want you guys to use this stage, and I want you to use every part of it. I want you to use my lights. I want you to use all the production, and I want you guys to perform as as good as you possibly can. I want you to be amazing, right? As my opener. And they were like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, that's so nice of you, Eric. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
And he's like, because if you guys kill it tonight, he's like, that means I have to be better. And that really sort of hit home for me. I'm like, that really says a lot about Eric Church. And if you've ever seen an Eric Church concert, it's amazing. So, but even to see guys at that level still wanting to be pushed, right? And like always still looking for ways to get better, which is I find I admire that, but also that as an artist and as a performer, I really don't ever want to find I don't ever really want to find a place where I'm settling or getting comfortable. I'm always trying to push some boundaries, at least in my live performance.
Yeah, that's great, and that's a great story. Very cool. Now, I want to talk about how fans can connect with you. Obviously, they can head to your website, but in terms of social media and stuff, how are you with that?
Yes, well, I'm on all the major social media sites, so you can find me at ericethridge.com, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eric Ethridge Music, and on Snapchat at Eric Ethridge.
Cool. Well, that sounds great. Again, fans, be sure to check out Eric's debut single, Liquor's Calling the Shots. We'll have a link to Eric's website as well that you can go to and check out all of his social media. And now, Eric, the summer is coming. You said you are hoping to have another single release then, but what else is on your plate other than, I'm sure, chaos and traveling all over the place?
Definitely chaos, yes. There'll be lots of that. Yeah, we're right now we're just in the process of finalizing some shows and festival dates. I know for sure we've already confirmed playing the Tweed Stampede in Peterborough with Gord Bamford, which I'm really excited for.
Great.
We're playing with Jessica Mitchell and the Rivertown Saints in Dresden this year, and there's some other stuff that's still sort of coming through to be confirmed. I'll also be in Nashville for CMA Fest in June this year, so that is going to be an opportunity, my first international performance, I guess.
Wow, well, that sounds incredible. I wish you best of luck with that. Keep the coffee flowing, because I think you're going to need it.
I will.
But it sounds like everything is going super well. Again, fans, head to ericethridge.com for more information, and check out his debut single, Liquor's Calling the Shots. Eric, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Patrice, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.